We are doing aquarium nails for the very first time. I didn't really know what I was doing, apart from just the many videos I've seen. I've never tried it for myself. These full cover tips are from Shein, and I do have a coat, or two coats, of Jello Jello peel off base, and I also use the Jello Jello to attach the tips. So all I'm doing right now is taking my top coat and I am just applying a thin layer of that on the underneath of my tip. I just wanted to make sure that they were as clear as possible to be able to see all of the stuff floating around. Like I said, this was my very first time doing aquarium, snow globe, fish tank, aqua, whatever you want to call them, nails. So I was kind of just going off of other things that I've seen from videos and a little bit of just playing around and experimenting while doing this. But these do end up really cute, so you'll get to see that at the end. This is the Model 1's top coat, and the reason why I went with a top coat for the underneath is because it doesn't leave a tacky layer, so none of the little glitters or anything will stick. This first attempt here was builder gel, and I just put a little bit of it on my little mixing plate there because it is shiny and it peels right off. And my first mistake with this was not wiping it correctly as soon as it came out of the lamp, so it was kind of sticky and it had little pieces of like fiber on it and hair, and it wasn't the first best piece. So I wanted to try using top coat. So I just took the brush like normal and just kind of made like a little rectangle. You can kind of see it. And I made sure that it was going to be the correct length to put on the underneath of the nail. And this is cured for 60 seconds. And I had a little bit of trouble peeling it off, not too much. You kind of have to get underneath like a edge or a lip. And this one, I struggled with this one because you can kind of see the plate, how it's kind of cloudy. I didn't let the rubbing alcohol dry all the way, which is what I used to wipe it down, and so it got stuck. So make sure that your little palette or whatever it is that you're using is clean. If you try to do this, I guess, this isn't really a tutorial, but if I can help you learn from my mistakes, then that'll be great. So I did just wipe it down a second time, and I made sure that it was all dry this time and super clear. You can see I'm being very, very careful, making sure that it is all dry. So we're going to try this again. And again, I'm just making a tiny little rectangle and making sure that it is the length of the tip. And it's only going to be about it's only the length of the tip part of the tip, if that makes sense. It's not going to cover the whole thing because it's going to go underneath. And as you can see, this was way easier to take off with a little mixing plate. And it just peels right off. So cool. And I was trying to see like if it was like a good fit. I was kind of putting it into place, and I realized it was a way too flimsy. So on the right you can see the builder gel, and on the left you can see the top coat. Top coat is not an option, so we're gonna go back to the builder gel. So I just take a little bit of it and I do the same thing. I just make a rectangle and just make sure that it is long enough to fit the underneath of the tip. And I cure it for 60 seconds. I made sure that it was a little thick, not like a super thick coat, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't thin, if that makes sense. You can kind of see it. Okay, and then this was easy to peel off as well, but it is much sturdier than just a regular top coat, so definitely use builder gel if you're making little little pieces for your little tips. And I just take a pad with some rubbing alcohol and I'm wiping away the tacky layer. The tacky layer is only on the top because the part that was attached to the plate didn't have exposure to the air and the oxygen, which is what causes the sticky layer. So you can see I'm kind of making sure that it fits everything and that it kind of covers correctly. And now I'm taking my top coat and I just put a little bit of that on the back of that and I put some on my tip as well. And I do end up redoing the pointer finger. You will see why. Sorry for the weird angle. As you can see, I kind of just press it down just a little bit. And this is cured for 60 seconds. And once it's cured, I do take my cuticle scissors and cut away the excess or anything that was hanging off the edge, just to kind of get it out of the way. And in the end, it didn't really matter. Like I said, I do redo the pointer, but it was, again, my first time, and it was like just experimenting kind of. So I do kind of figure it out a little bit as I go. Now I'm just going to make the backings for the rest of the fingers. And I'm just going in with the builder gel again. And I'm doing a decent thickness, not too thick, not too thin. Just enough to make sure that it's going to be durable and that it's not going to like poke through or anything. And I'm just making sure that they are a good length and that they're going to fit the nail. And then it is cured for 60 seconds. And I peeled them off and kind of put them to the side. And now I'm making these little stoppers. These are going to go closer to my natural nail, so these are going to go towards the tip of my finger and not the end of the tip to like fully stop it, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean. But I'm kind of making like almost half moon shapes, so they have that circular shape to be able to fit up inside the tip. And it's cured for 60 seconds as well, and I'm just wiping them with a little bit of alcohol to remove the tacky layer. And they're really easy to peel off. But you'll see what I mean by having them shaped this way. See? You just make sure that they're like a circular shape to fit right into the tip, so you can kind of use them as a stopper and make sure that you're not you could probably use polygel or builder gel to stop them up. Like the first nail that I did, the pointer, I didn't do a stopper first, which I should have, and that's why I redo it. But if you wanted to just do like the backing and then fill in the gap with polygel or something, I'm sure you could do that. I think I probably maybe made this a little bit harder than I needed to. But I don't know, I felt a little bit better with making the extra backings and having that little extra piece for reinforcement. So all I do is take a little bit of top coat and I'm putting some of that where I'm going to put that little stopper. And I just set it on in there. Make sure that it is like fully touching the gel and that it's like fully around the tip so that there's no little pockets. I do go in and make sure that there's no holes or anything. And then I just flash cure it into place. Just a quick cure, a couple seconds, maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, just to make sure that it doesn't move. I'm a little paranoid sometimes with my flash curing. I want to make sure that it's fully cured so it's not going to move. And I do take my scissors again and just cut any of the excess. So I kind of zoomed in a little bit closer here so you could see a little bit more of what's going on. So again, just take the top coat, put some of that in the tip, and then flash cure that little piece on the inside. And here you can see I put them all on, and I did do a full cure for 60 seconds. And now I do go in with a tiny brush and some more top coat and just kind of go around the line to make sure that there's no openings or holes or anything, and make sure that nothing is going to leak. That was my biggest fear with these, was making sure that they didn't leak, because you do not want to have that mess. Okay, so I did get everything on, and I cut them and filed them off camera just because it was a lot and I was really close. I wanted to like make sure that I wasn't cutting into anything, so I kind of did it close to my face. So sorry I didn't get the filing on camera, but I did just use an electric file and hand file and just kind of filed it all down, making sure I didn't break the seal or anything. It came out pretty nice actually. Cute little tanks. So now I'm just going in with an assortment of glitter and little flowers, some heart glitters, some caviar beads, and these really, really pretty rainbow mylar flakes. I got most of this stuff from Shein. I will have some links down below. So if there's anything that you like or want to take a look at in the video, most of it will be in the description box. And I do receive small commissions from all of my affiliate links. So you would also be supporting me at the same time. Would appreciate that. That would be great. Thank you. My Shein stuff, I do have my Shein code, and I will have a link to my Shein page, which will show you all of my favorite Shein stuff that includes all of these glitters and all of that. So that'll all be included in that one link, and I will also link all of the Amazon stuff as well. And all of the commissions that I do receive helps me fund this channel because I pay for most of this stuff out of pocket. So it would be really helpful and would help me get more content out for you guys. I just kind of put some stuff in. I actually didn't add enough glitter on this first one. I could have totally have added more, but it's okay. I was learning. First time. It's gonna happen. There was quite a lot of room in these tips though. I was really proud of myself. I did pretty good for my first try, I think. So now I'm just going to add the cuticle oil, and I did get some blunt end syringes from Amazon. The cuticle oil is also from Amazon. I picked this one because it was clear. I was worried that getting a colored one like the yellow or purple would cause it to be colored, so I tried to get something clear. So this one, I actually do have leakage with this one. This was the only one that leaked. So you can see right there, it starts to come out, and I panic. Like, oh no, I had leakage. I was so surprised that it was the only one that leaked though. So that was really cool. There was just like a tiny, tiny, tiny spot at the bottom that just wasn't covered enough. So I had kind of just sucked out the remaining oil, and I fixed it with a little bit of top coat and cured it. And I tried to stop it with the builder gel just to see how I would like that. I do decide to make stoppers separately because I just didn't like I didn't like using the builder gel to stop it. Just no, no. So as you can see, I am just making little stoppers here. And I'm sorry if the lighting is a little bit different. I have a light that likes to shut on and off sometimes. So now we're just going to do the rest of them. Just kind of going in with whatever looks good. Didn't really have a specific plan. I never do. I just kind of pick what I think I'm going to use and go from there. Oh, these glitters, the pink and the white glitter actually glow in the dark. So that was fun. I like glow in the dark stuff a lot. Like a lot. Glow in the dark stuff is just so fun. These little like holographic rainbow mylar flakes are so pretty. It's really pretty. I like the little container they're in too. It's a really pretty container. So the video part of this was actually recorded in November of 24. So a couple months ago from the time of doing the voiceover, I am just now getting around to doing the voiceover. This has been kind of edited here and there, but I had some other videos that I felt just kind of took a little bit more priority. I had some things sent to me to review, and I wanted to make sure those got out first and all that. But I thought this was kind of perfect timing because these are cute and pink and springy, and I think these would be great inspiration for Valentine's Day nails. So that's why I'm trying to get them out now for you guys, so you kind of have a little bit of inspiration for a cute February set. You know, we're transitioning from winter to spring finally, well, slowly but surely. To me, I like to start my spring stuff like February. I'm already over the cold, I'm over the winter. It's done, it's over. I am ready for my flowers and my colors, and no more winter. No more winter, I'm done. Please, I'm ready for the warm weather again. I'm not a cold person at all. So I just thought these would be really good inspiration for you guys. And they're just so cute. I think these would be a really cute Valentine's Day set. They're just pink and they got hearts, and you could definitely add whatever you wanted in these aquarium nails. I mean, these were really, really fun to do, and they really were so easy. I thought it was going to be really hard to do. I think it only took me maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to do them. I thought it was going to take me way longer than that, but it did not, which is great. So I think you should definitely give it a try if you're thinking about doing them. I know Lizette Cruz has some really, really good aquarium nail videos. She does really, really great aquarium nails. I think Long Hair Pretty Nails has some videos. I know I've watched a couple of her. I don't know if she has like a lot of aquarium nail videos, but I have seen some from her. I don't know of anybody else that really does these all the time or often. I'm sure there are plenty of very talented YouTubers that do aquarium nails. But the only one that I know of personally is Lizette Cruz. So go check her out because she has really, really awesome aquarium nails. I mean, she goes all out. Some of my favorite ones from her are she has like this koi pond set. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love them. Very, very great. Way better than mine. So if you want to see probably a more in-depth tutorial, I would say go check her out. Because this is kind of just for, I guess this is more of just inspiration. That's mostly what most of my videos are for, I think. I don't feel like I'm good enough to really do like full tutorials and teach people, but I do like being able to offer inspiration. So if as long as I can do that, that's fantastic. That's great. That's all I care about. That's all I want is to just offer some creative help and ideas, because sometimes it's really hard to come up with stuff. And for me personally, I get a lot of help by looking on Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube to get ideas for my nails. I usually don't have like a set idea, but I just kind of like to have a general theme, really. So as long as I can offer that, fantastic. And here they are all done. I didn't show them all because they're all kind of the same, just the different glitters and some stars and stuff. I did add a little gold flower to the middle finger and added a little gold heart to the thumb. Look, they're so cute. So I did file the little bits off camera, again, just because I was so nervous I was going to cut into them. So I was very focused on them. So I'm sorry, but I did use my e-file. And you can see, look it up, I'm so excited. The three do have air bubbles, which is, I'm not thrilled about the air bubbles. I'd rather them have none, but it's okay. I think it's because I used like a wipe to wipe the oil off, and it kind of took some of the oil out. So now what I'm doing is taking some base coat, and I'm using a tiny brush and taking it around my nail because my nail tips are actually not all the way to my cuticle, as you can see. So I'm just doing the overlay method. This worked really well, actually. I like this. This is also helpful when you have full cover tips that aren't quite big enough for your nail. You can kind of put them a little bit further up, and sometimes that makes them fit a little bit better. Usually I have to do that for my thumbs because I have really massive thumbnails for some reason. Sometimes even the size zeros are too small, so I don't know. It's like not normal, but it's okay. So I do cure the first layer for 60 seconds, and then I just go in again. Just to make sure that it is flush, and I'm making sure I'm not flooding my cuticle either. And I kind of wanted to build like a tiny apex as well. So now I'm going in with some color. This is Born Pretty from the Fantasy Rose set. I will link it below. This is the color 03. And I do apologize for the flickering of the LED. I don't know why it does that on camera. I guess it just technology. But I just take a little bit of this and I do just place it on the like nail bed area because I do ombre it out. This is just a really pretty sheer shimmery pink color. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. I didn't want to take away from the main part of these nails, which is the liquid tips. Even though I do add some charms, but I couldn't help it. I like blingy, junky, busy nails. So now I do take, you can see my ombre brush, and I just lightly ombre that down. Nothing too crazy here. This was actually surprisingly really easy to do. So if you're wanting to try to do aquarium nails, aqua nails, snow globe nails, whatever you want to call them, just try it. Just go for it. It was so easy. So I did do 2 coats of the color, cured it for 60 seconds. Forgot to record adding the little magnet puff. Sorry about that. But I used some builder gel. And now I'm taking more builder gel and I'm just placing some charms. This little butterfly annoyed me. Sometimes they fall, so I have my flash curing lamp off to the side. Sorry about that. And I kind of picked out things that match. The gems are kind of like Sailor Moon vibes almost. I just thought that they matched. And then here I do this massive metal butterfly, and it just looks so pretty. I don't know. I thought it was cute. It was massive. I didn't wear these nails too long. I only wore them for maybe like 4 or 5 days. Now all of that is on. There is a full cure for 60 seconds with the charms, and I'm just going in with my top coat. And these are just so fun. They're so fun and cute. I love the shimmer. I love the glitter. I just love all of it. I love the movement. They actually move so well. I played with them way too much. I really did. Like, I was finding myself just watching my nails. It was so fun. They're just so pink and cute and rainbow, but at the same time, and sparkly. They're stars and flowers and hearts. They're so cute. I do go ahead and cure the top coat for 60 seconds, by the way. And then I just take some more top coat and a tiny brush, and I go around any areas that I might have missed with the bigger brush. Sometimes there are some little places and spots that are just kind of hard to get into with the bigger brush. I like to do this to kind of, what would you say? I like to go around my charms to make sure that there's no gaps or anything, so it doesn't like get caught in my hair, if that makes sense. So that's why I also like to do this with the top coat. Sometimes I will do it with my Macart rhinestone glue. It depends on how big the charm is. And when I'm done with this, it also gets cured for 60 seconds. And I do top coat the underneath of the nails as well, just to make them extra, extra, extra clear. And ta-da, look! They are so cute. I was so happy with them. The little puffball is the cutest thing ever. And it's magnet, so you can take it off if you need to. Just look at how pink and colorful they are. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them so much. I was so happy with these. Like, I was so proud of myself. I love the movement of them. They're just so cute. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching me try this for the first time. Sorry, some of it was not perfect. Thanks for sticking around and watching the madness. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do that. I try to get videos out every week. Leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.